Yo, football fans, training camp is here and football season is in the air. I'm giving away a copy of Madden 19 to someone who leaves a comment on one of my videos from today until Madden comes out on August 7th. There's also a link in the description where you can enter for a greater chance to win one of these other copies, because EA gave me 10 digital codes to give away, so I'm going to be pretty generous with them. Last week I started my Breakout player series where I go through each position and the players who I think will have a breakout season in 2018, and today we're hitting the running backs. Make sure you check out the video for the breakout quarterbacks I did last week after this one. The running back position is the most important in fantasy sports, and they definitely need their own video for breakout players in 2018. Before we get started, please make sure you like this video because it really helps me grow this channel. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification. Let's get to it. First and foremost is Titans running back Derrick Henry. I'm thinking about doing a video for my fantasy football man crushes for this upcoming season, and Derrick Henry would definitely be the headliner of the entire thing. I am so excited to see Derrick Henry get his chance as the lead back in Tennessee. He's running behind an underrated offensive line and is well rested from the high mileage he came out of college with. Not only is the offensive line one of the best run blocking units in the league, the threat of Marcus Mariota taking off will prevent defenses from loading up the box on Henry. At 6'3", 245, he might look like the second coming of Brandon Jacobs, but he's more of a home run hitter at the running back position, which is part of what makes him so intriguing as a prospect. I know I haven't mentioned free agent addition Dion Lewis yet, but he was signed as an insurance policy / third down back and won't be taking the important goal line snaps from Derrick Henry. The Titans are going to try to run Henry into the ground this season, and I think he responds in a big way. I'm taking him in the second round of every fantasy draft if possible. Next up, I've got Bengals running back Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is a prime candidate for a second-year breakout. People assume because running backs transition quickly to the NFL that he was going to do the same, but they forget that he was coming off of a football hiatus, and the Bengals offensive line didn't do him any favors last year. Giovanni Bernard has always been a favorite sleeper pick for me, but I'm not touching Bernard with a 10-foot pole in drafts this year because I think that Mixon will make him irrelevant this season. You might get lucky with drafting Mixon because people that were really high on him last year are going to feel frustrated with his production and likely avoid drafting him this year, but that would be a mistake because the Bengals made improvements to their offensive line and their offense as a whole should be functioning more efficiently in 2018. Next, I've got Dolphins running back Kenyan Drake. The fact that the Dolphins settled for Frank Gore and Kalen Ballage as their lone running back additions in 2018 means that they still feel pretty high on Kenyan Drake's potential. Kenyan Drake quietly led the league in rushing from week 13 to 17 with 444 yards on 91 carries. The Dolphins added some much needed help along the interior of the offensive line and should reestablish their running game in 2018. Ryan Tannehill is back and also brings a mobile presence to the offense, which should open some holes for Drake. Frank Gore may leech a few touchdowns here or there, but his return to the city of Miami is for the final tour and NFL paycheck because he is ready to hang him up sooner than later. Now we've got a big popular choice, 49ers running back Jerick McKinnon. McKinnon was handpicked by Kyle Shanahan, who comes from a running back whisperer lineage. The 49ers also made an effort to improve their offensive line with first-round pick Mike McGlinchey, who starts at right tackle from day one. McKinnon scares me a little bit because of where he's getting drafted, and I'm concerned that he loses the breakout value when he's being drafted as a running back that's already broken out. But Shanahan showed that he's going to give his number one running back a lot of volume, even if he's not the best scheme fit like in 2017 with Carlos Hyde, who, by the way, was the worst pass-catching running back in the league with the most targets. This offense is going to center around Jimmy G either way, so don't draft McKinnon like he's an RB1. Finally, we've got Vikings running back Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook hasn't really had a full chance to show off his skills as an NFL running back after his rookie year was over after 4 games. While the offensive line isn't a top unit, they were able to get production with Latavius Murray and Jerick McKinnon splitting carries, so Cook should offer a much needed spark. The Vikings might ease Cook along and get their money's worth out of Latavius Murray early on, but as the season goes on and wins become increasingly important to playoff seeding, expect Cook to get a heavy dose of carries, which should be good for a nice fantasy playoff run. And I haven't even mentioned Kirk Cousins yet. Say what you want about Cousins and his ability to actually win NFL games, the guy is coming off of 3 consecutive seasons of at least 4,000 passing yards and 25 touchdowns. This has potential to be a really balanced offense, and teams will not be able to load the box with those receiving threats on the outside. Dalvin Cook has RB1 potential in 2018. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. Make sure you go check out the quarterback breakout video that I did last week, and I will have wide receivers ready for you probably in the next few days here. I've also got a sophomore slump video coming out soon, and don't forget to check out my link in the description about winning a free copy of Madden. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video. I'm pretty excited to show you guys this awesome draft board that was brought to my attention from the guys at Fantasy Bros. I was actually planning on diving into the live draft scene this year with a new league of friends, so this is perfect timing to get a reusable draft board like this one. Shout out to the guys at Fantasy Bros for hooking me up with this to show you guys. The fantasy board comes with 26 pages of labels, which are all nice and wide and colorful, so if you're having your live draft in a big room, everybody will be able to see the names clearly from a distance. And you can order new labels each season, so you don't have to buy a new board every year. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check those out.